Hello my dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you Environmental Studies Part 1. Today we are going to study chapter number 2, Motions of the Earth. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe button at right side. Along with that, press the bell icon also to get my recent videos from next chapters and my previous videos also. So children, name of our lesson number 2 is Motions of the Earth. In this lesson, we are going to study about different types of motions of the Earth. So let us study about the rotation in the beginning. There is one activity. Take a top, spin it and observe its movement. So we have to spin the top. The top is shown in the picture alongside. What will happen when the top is turned or when the top is spin? We can see that the top turns around itself. हो ना? जेव्हा आपण टॉपला स्पिन करतो काय होतं? तो टॉप स्वतःभोवतीच फिरत असतो. So, any object that turns around itself actually turns around a certain imaginary line. The turning of an object around itself is called rotation, and the imaginary line around which it rotates is called the axis of its rotation. So, can you all see the axis of rotation here? In this picture, we can see a straight line shown by dots. This is an axis of rotation around which this top turns. So, always keep this in mind. When the object is turning around itself means what? It is turning around one imaginary line. So, the turning of an object around itself is called rotation, and this imaginary line is known as axis of rotation. Now let us see about the rotation of the earth. The earth's rotation. Try this. Take a globe like the one in the picture and spin it. What is globe? Globe is the model of the earth, or we can say it is the replica of the earth. As shown in the picture, we have to take a globe and we have to spin it. Note the line around which it rotates. Now take a plumb line and hold it close to the globe as shown in the picture. So children, we have to note a line around which this globe rotates, and we have to hold the plumb line close to the globe. What is the plumb line? Plumb line is an instrument which is having plumb or a bob or plummet, or we can say it is a weight. Can you see here? The plumb line is shown. This is a plumb line, and the weight is tied and it is suspended from a string. As you all can see, it is suspended from a string and it is used as a vertical reference line. So this vertical reference line is known as plumb line. If we don't have this instrument, we can make it by ourselves. कसं बनवू शकतो आपण त्याला? Tie a long thread to an eraser and we can make one plumb line. आणि ही plumb line अशी आपल्याला आपल्या ग्लोबच्या क्लोज होल्ड करायची आहे. आणि आपल्याला काय नोट डाऊन करायचं आहे? ज्या लाईनच्या अराउंड आपली ग्लोब फिरते आहे, रोटेट होते आहे, ती लाईनसुद्धा आपल्याला नोट डाऊन करायची आहे. So what we can observe? The globe turns around this imaginary line as shown in the picture. N and S, this NS line is an imaginary line around which this globe turns. So this is an axis of rotation of the earth. We will see that the plumb line and the earth axis are at an angle to each other, and that is the earth's axis is inclined. We can see here it is a slant. It is a slant line. So this earth's axis is inclined, and that's why we can see that this plumb line and earth's axis are at an angle. We can see that they intersect each other and angles are formed here. So the earth's axis is inclined, this is little slant, and that's why we can see such type of angle there. The earth rotates with its axis inclined like this. असंच त्याची ॲक्सिस इन्क्लाइंड असते आणि अर्थ अशीच रोटेट होत असते. द लाईन NS in the picture shows Earth's axis. It passes through the center of the earth. The point N and S are called poles of the earth. So N and S are called poles of the earth. N is the north pole and S is the south pole of the earth. Now see children, if a circle were drawn around the surface of the earth exactly in between the north and south pole, it would divide the earth into two equal parts. Okay, so if we draw a circle exactly in between the north and south pole, as it is shown in the picture also, we can see here this circle is drawn exactly in between the north and south pole, and due to this earth is divided, due to this circle the earth is divided into two equal parts, and this imaginary circle is called equator. What we call it? It is the equator, and two equal parts it makes of earth are called northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere respectively. So the upper part, here we can see this upper part or upper circle, this is half circle. Half circle is known as semicircle, but we all know our earth is of spherical shape. It is not exact round shape, it is not exact circle shape. Our earth is of spherical shape, and that's why this half part is known as hemisphere, and the part which is at north pole, which is at north side, is known as northern hemisphere, and the part which is at the south side is known as southern hemisphere. So due to this equator, the earth is divided into two equal parts. So children, now let us know about how the day and the night occurs on the earth through this interesting activity. Try this. Stand a candle in the middle of a large table. Draw a big circle around the candle. Place a globe at any point on the circle. Light the candle. See that it is dark in the room, and suppose that the candle is the sun. So have you understood? We have to place the candle in the middle of the table. But before that we should see that there should be total darkness in the room. रूममध्ये सगळीकडे अंधार असायला पाहिजे, आणि अशा प्रकारे ही कॅन्डल आपल्याला इथे टेबलच्या मधोमध प्लेस केलेली दिसते आहे. कॅन्डलच्या सभोवती आपल्याला एक सर्कल काढलेला दिसतो आहे, आणि या सर्कलच्या एका पॉईंटवर ग्लोब प्लेस केलेली आहे. ओके, अँड देन वी हॅव टू लाईट द कॅन्डल and we have to imagine that this candle is nothing but the sun. Okay, now what we have to observe, which part of the globe gets the sun's light and which one does not. आपल्याला काय ऑब्झर्व करायचं आहे, या ग्लोबच्या कोणत्या पार्टला सनपासून लाईट मिळतो आहे, म्हणजेच या कॅन्डलपासून लाईट मिळतो आहे, आणि कोणत्या पार्टवर सनपासून लाईट मिळत नाही आहे. सो द वेल लीट पार्ट ऑफ द ग्लोब शोज डे. आपल्याला काय दिसतं आहे की ज्या पार्टवर जो पार्ट सनच्या डिरेक्शननी आहे त्या पार्टवर लाईट दिसतो आहे, आणि ग्लोबचा जो पार्ट सनच्या अपोजिट डिरेक्शनला आहे, बॅक साईडला आहे, त्या पार्टवर आपल्याला अंधार पडलेला दिसतो आहे. Now looking at the globe from the direction of the north pole, turn it anti-clockwise. आता आपल्याला नॉर्थ पोलच्या डिरेक्शननी ग्लोबला अँटी क्लॉकवाईज टर्न करायचं आहे. व्हॉट डू वी मीन बाय अँटी क्लॉकवाईज? अँटी क्लॉकवाईज मीन्स इन द अपोजिट डायरेक्शन ऑफ द क्लॉक. क्लॉक ज्या डिरेक्शननी मूव्ह होतात, क्लॉकचे हँड्स, मिनिट हँड, सेकंड हँड, आवर हँड, हे ज्या डिरेक्शननी मूव्ह होतात त्याच्या अपोजिट डिरेक्शननी आपल्याला ही ग्लोब टर्न करायची आहे. कारण आपली जी अर्थ आहे ती अशीच रोटेट होत असते. दॅट इज इट रोटेट्स फ्रॉम वेस्ट टू ईस्ट. आपली अर्थ वेस्ट टू ईस्ट रोटेट होते. सो ॲज द अर्थ रोटेट्स इज डिफरंट पार्ट्स कम इन टू लाईट ऑफ द सन वन आफ्टर द अदर अँड टर्न अवे फ्रॉम इट ऑल्सो इन द सेम ऑर्डर. आणि जशी जशी अर्थ रोटेट होत असते तसे तसे अर्थचे डिफरंट पार्ट्सवर सनपासून लाईट पडत असतो आणि हळूहळू तो लाईट तशाच प्रकारे ते पार्ट्स लाईटपासून दूर जात असतात. ओके, सो इन दिस वे वी गेट डे अँड नाईट ऑन द अर्थ. Stick a red bindi on the globe. Set up the previous model of the globe and the candle. तशाच प्रकारे आपल्याला परत ह्या मॉडेलचा उपयोग करून आपण बघणार आहोत की डे अँड नाईट कसे तयार होतात. टर्न द ग्लोब अँटी क्लॉकवाईज. नोट वेन इट इज सनराईज, नून अँड सनसेट ॲट द लोकेशन ऑफ द बिंदी. आपण बिंदी जिथे लावणार आहोत त्या बिंदीच्या लोकेशनवर आपल्याला ऑब्झर्व करायचं आहे की कधी आपल्याला सनराईज होताना दिसतो, म्हणजे हळूहळू प्रकाश पडताना दिसतो. मग कधी खूप जास्त प्रमाणात प्रकाश दिसतो, म्हणजे त्यावेळेला तिथे नून असणार, म्हणजे दुपार असणार, आफ्टरनून असणार. आणि हळूहळू तो पार्ट त्या कॅन्डलच्या प्रकाशापासून आपल्याला हळूहळू दूर जाताना दिसेल, म्हणजे सनसेट होताना आपल्याला दिसणार आहे. तर म्हणजेच जेव्हा हळूहळू प्रकाश त्याच्यावर पडताना दिसतो सनराईज होतो, जेव्हा पूर्ण प्रकाश त्या बिंदीवर आपल्याला पडलेला दिसतो त्यावेळेला दुपार झालेली असते. आणि बिंदीचा पार्ट ज्या वेळेला त्या सूर्यप्रकाशापासून किंवा कॅन्डलच्या प्रकाशापासून दूर जाताना दिसतो, म्हणजे त्यावेळेला हळूहळू आपल्याला सनसेट तिथे होताना दिसतो. आणि या मॉडेलवरून आपल्याला पूर्णपणे कल्पना येते की आपल्या अर्थवर कशा प्रकारे कोणत्या वेळी सनसेट, सनराईज, आफ्टरनून आपल्याला बघायला मिळतात. After one sunrise, note when the next one occurs at the bindi. You will see that this happens when the earth completes one rotation, that is when it makes one complete turn around itself. So when there is sunrise and after one sunrise, when we observe the next sunrise which occurs at the bindi, कधी आपल्याला परत सनराईज बघायला मिळेल जेव्हा अर्थ त्याचं रोटेशन कंप्लीट करेल. आपल्याला इथे ही बिंदी दिसते आहे बघा, इथे ही बिंदी दिसते आहे. आणि आता ह्या बिंदीवर हळूहळू प्रकाश पडू लागला आहे, म्हणजे आपल्याला इथे सनराईज झालेला दिसतो आहे. जेव्हा या अर्थचं रोटेशन कंप्लीट होईल आणि जेव्हा पूर्ण एक रोटेशन तयार होईल, परत नेक्स्ट आपल्याला तिथे सनराईज दिसणार आहे. अशा प्रकारे पूर्ण एक रोटेशन कंप्लीट झाल्यावर आपल्याला सनराईज आणि सनसेट बघायला मिळतो. सो वेन द अर्थ कंप्लीट्स वन रोटेशन, that is when it makes one complete turn around itself, we can see the next sunrise. This period of time that earth takes to complete one rotation is called a day. So what is the day? Day is the period of time that earth takes to complete one rotation is called the day. The day has two parts, daytime and night time, or we can say simply day and night. Day has these two parts. For the purpose of measuring time, we divide the whole day into 24 parts, each of which is called an hour. So we have divided the day into 24 parts and we call it 24 hours. So one day is made up of 24 hours. Now children, let us see how the formation of the year takes place on the earth. We will be using same model which we have used in our previous activity. Now move the globe along the circle on the table. As you do this, keep rotating the globe and ensure that the axis does not change its orientation. What we have to do? We have to move, we have to turn the globe around itself, but at the same time we have to see that the earth or the globe should revolve around the candle also. So there should be the rotation of the earth and revolution of the earth at the same time. Okay, so when the earth turn around itself, it is called the rotation of the earth, and when the turn is around the candle, it is called revolution of the earth. So we can see that eventually the globe will come back to its original position or original place on the circle. Slowly जेव्हा ही अर्थ इथून स्टार्ट होणार, हळूहळू जेव्हा तिचं रिव्होल्यूशन अराउंड द सन कंप्लीट होणार, ॲट वन पॉईंट ती तिच्या ओरिजिनल प्लेसवर परत येणार. करेक्ट. सो this is how the earth revolves around the sun even as it rotates around itself. Both the things takes place at the same time. It rotates around itself, at the same time it revolves around the sun. The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year. So it completes its one revolution around the sun from one point when it comes to the point at its original place. हा जो पूर्ण रिव्होल्यूशन आहे हा कंप्लीट करायला अर्थला 1 year लागतात. In 1 year, how many days are there? There are about 365 days and 6 hours. So year is formed of 365 days and 6 hours. So children, let us see what is a leap year. In the Gregorian calendar, the year is taken to have 365 days. It means that it counts 6 hours less every year. That makes 24 hours or 1 day in every 4 year. म्हणजे every year 6 hours less लागतात. करेक्ट ना. सो त्याच्यामुळे काय होतं की अशा प्रकारे 4 वर्षानंतर 24 आवर्सचा एक डे जो असतो तो एक्स्ट्रा येतो, तो जास्तीचा येतो. टू मेकअप फॉर दिस लॉस्ट 1 डे, द मंथ ऑफ फेब्रुवारी इन ग्रेगोरियन कॅलेंडर हॅज अन एक्स्ट्रा डे एव्हरी 4th year. प्रत्येक 4 वर्षानंतर एक एक्स्ट्रा डे येतो, तो फेब्रुवारीमध्ये ॲड केला जातो. दिस इयर इज कॉल्ड अ लीप इयर and it has 366 days instead of 365 days, and February has 29 days instead of 28 days. Do you know that the length of day and night is not always equal? This happens because of Earth's inclined axis and its revolution around the sun. Earthचा ॲक्सिस inclined आहे, आपण आधीच बघितलं. ती जी इमॅजिनरी लाईन आहे ती इन्क्लाइंड आहे, ती जराशी स्लॅन्ट आहे, आपण बघितलं. आणि त्यामुळे काय होतं की डे अँड नाईट इक्वल लेंथचे नसतात. इन द नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फियर बिटवीन 22nd March and 23rd September the days are longer than nights. Therefore it is warmer here there, and that is it is summer. So नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फियरमध्ये 22nd March आणि 23rd सप्टेंबरपर्यंत डे लॉंगर असतात नाईटपेक्षा, आणि म्हणून तिथे वॉर्मर असतं, आणि म्हणून त्यावेळेला तिथे समर असतं. अँड इट इज समर इन द नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फियर. However, during same period in the southern hemisphere, the nights are longer than the days. The earth gets less heat in these parts, and therefore it is winter in the southern hemisphere. म्हणजे एकाच वेळेला आपल्याला नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फियरला समर दिसतो, तर सदर्न हेमिस्फियरला विंटर दिसतो. In the period from 23rd September to 22nd March, the days are longer than the nights in the southern hemisphere. It gets more heat and it is summer there. In the period in the northern hemisphere, it is night that are longer and the northern hemisphere gets less heat and it is winter there. So in this way, there are totally two opposite seasons in the same time. Note that there may be differences in these dates due to leap year. In India, summer, the rainy season and winter are considered to be the main season. We also divide the year into 6 seasons, namely Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. These are the 6 main seasons in which we have divided our 1 year. This cycle of 6 seasons is called Ritu Chakra. Many of our festivals are connected with the season. Many of our songs and games are also related to the different seasons. So let us see these two questions there. Can you tell what is the name given to the changing shapes of the moon that we see? Can you observe in this picture? We can see the shapes of moons are changing. And what do we call them? We call them the phases of the moon. Here it is written in the heading only. We got the answer to this question. So answer of question number 1 is phases of the moon. The name given to the changing shapes of the moon that we see is called phases of the moon. Now second question is, what are the names of days on which we see round moon and on which we see no moon at all? So we see round moon, this full round moon we get on full moon day, correct na? So we get it on full moon day. And when the full moon day ला आपण मराठीत पौर्णिमा म्हणतो आणि जेव्हा अजिबातच मून नसतो त्याला आपण म्हणायचं न्यू मून डे. त्याला आपण न्यू मून डे म्हणतो. when there is no moon at all, that is known as new moon day. and this new moon day त्याला आपण मराठीत अमावस्या म्हणत असतो. अमावस्या आणि ही पौर्णिमा अशा प्रकारे आपल्याला मूनचे फेजेस बघायला मिळतात. The full moon and the new moon. The moon revolves around the earth and the earth revolves around the sun. However, these two orbits intersect. Hence the sun, the moon and the earth are not always along a straight line. We can see in the picture below they are in the straight line. काही वेळा आपल्याला काय दिसतं, अलाइनमेंट दिसतं, त्यांच्यामध्ये सेम स्ट्रेट लाईनमध्ये आलेले दिसतात. द सन, द अर्थ अँड द मून. वी कॅन ऑब्झर्व हिअर इन द फर्स्ट पिक्चर दे आर इन द स्ट्रेट लाईन. पण काय होतं की ही अर्थची ऑर्बिट आणि मूनची ऑर्बिट काही वेळेला इंटरसेक्ट होत असते आणि त्यामुळे आपल्याला ते प्रत्येक वेळी स्ट्रेट लाईनमध्ये दिसणार नाही. आता इथे आपण ह्या पिक्चरमध्ये बघूया. द सन अँड अर्थ आर इन द स्ट्रेट लाईन बट moon is not in the same line. They are making an angle. So in this way it is not necessary that the sun, the moon and the earth are always in the straight line. There can be seen in the angle also. We see half of the moon's surface which faces the earth. That is, from the earth we see only one side of the moon. Correct na? From the earth we see only the one side of the moon. Here also the part of the moon which is illuminated can be seen from the earth. आपल्याला अर्थ मूनचा अर्धाच पार्ट बघायला मिळतो पृथ्वीवरून, आपल्या अर्थवरून एवढा अर्धाच पार्ट बघायला मिळतो आणि त्याची बॅक साईड आपल्याला अर्थपासून बघायला मिळत नाही. द मून हॅज नो लाईट ऑफ इट्स ओन. वी नो दॅट. वी कॅन सी द मून बिकॉज ऑफ the sun's light that falls on it. We can see the moon because of the sun's light. सूर्याचा प्रकाश या चंद्रावर पडतो आणि म्हणून आपल्याला चंद्र दिसू शकतो. On the full moon night we see the entire side of the moon that faces the earth. On new moon night we cannot see any of it. ज्या फुल मूनला किंवा पौर्णिमेला आपल्याला मूनचा जो पार्ट दिसतो तो पूर्णपणे प्रकाशित झालेला असतो आणि म्हणून आपल्याला संपूर्ण असा राऊंड शेपमध्ये मून दिसत असतो. पण अमावस्येला आपल्याला अजिबातच चंद्र दिसत नाही. From the full moon to the new moon, the illuminated part of the moon seen from the earth becomes smaller and smaller. From new moon to full moon, it again grows bigger and bigger. These different shapes of the moon that we see are called the phases of the moon. So from full moon to new moon, पौर्णिमेपासून अमावस्येपर्यंत तो जो इल्युमिनेटेड पार्ट असतो तो जो चंद्राचा प्रकाशित भाग जो असतो तो हळूहळू कमी 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 छोटा छोटा होत जातो आणि अमावस्येला तो पूर्णपणे नाहीसा होतो. पौर्णिमेला फुल मून डेला आपल्याला पूर्ण चंद्र दिसतो आणि पौर्णिमेपासून हळूहळू अमावस्येपर्यंत जाईपर्यंत तो चंद्र कमी 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 होत जाऊन अमावस्येला नाहीसा होतो. परत अमावस्येपासून चंद्राचा शेप मोठा 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 होत जाऊन पौर्णिमेला आपल्याला पूर्ण चंद्र दिसतो. सो दिस different shapes of moon that we see are called the phases of the moon. So from the new moon to the full moon 15 days are there, that is known as the waxing moon. त्याला आपण शुक्ल पक्ष असं म्हणतो. The full moon till the new moon again 15 days are there, that is called waning moon. त्याला आपण कृष्ण पक्ष म्हणतो. The fortnight of waxing moon and the fortnight of waning moon is equal to a lunar month. अशा प्रकारे असा पूर्ण एक चंद्र महिना तयार होतो 15-15 दिवसांचा मिळून. So children, always remember the rotation of the earth gives rise to day and night. Day and night कशामुळे होतात? अर्थच्या रोटेशनमुळे. And the revolution of the earth and inclination of its axis give rise to the cycle of the season. So what we have learnt in this lesson? The rotation of the earth causes day and night. The revolution of the earth around the sun and its inclined axis together cause the season. The revolution of the moon around the earth gives rise to the phases of the moon. The period from one moon to the next is called lunar month and it has about 28 to 30 days. The fortnight ending on a full moon is that of waxing moon and the fortnight that ends on new moon is called the waning moon. The days of the lunar month are called tithis. So in this way we have learned days and night, we have learned the seasons, we have learned about the year and full moon day and new moon day in this lesson.
Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.